Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some related events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on September 5th, nearly 500 schools with about 230,000 students in the province jubilantly held the opening ceremony of the new school year. In a lively exciting atmosphere, the opening ceremony after the COVID-19 pandemic was held bravely, solemnly, and meaningfully by many schools.
Leaders of the Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, Vietnam Federal Rent Committee of the province and departments, branches, and localities sent congratulations and encouragement to staff, teachers, and students in order to well implement the tasks of the new school year. The opening ceremony has been focused on many schools in building programs associated with traditional culture, with priority topics for implementation during the school year. After the opening ceremony, the students of the school started the first class of the new school year. This year's theme is Unity, efforts to overcome difficulties, innovate, consolidate, and improve the quality of education and training activities. In this school year, the whole education sector will perform 12 key tests according to Directive 1112 of the Ministry of Education and Training. In particular, this is also a key school year in implementing the tasks of educational innovation at the high school level, implementing the 2018 General Education Program, in which it includes the implementation of teaching according to the new program for the 3rd grade and the 7th and 10th grade, assessment of grade 4, 8, and 11 textbook.
In the morning of September 5th at the Sports Center of the province, distribution of goods and specialty between the province and 4 provinces of Kingdom of Cambodia opened. This is an event within the framework of activity to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Cambodia.
Many booths of businesses from the provinces of Kham Cham, Rai Vang, Srai Rieng, and Tabong Khmer, Kingdom of Cambodia, and businesses of TayNinhTV province display and introduce their local specialties. At the same time, there are booths promoting images and tourism products of the provinces. Mr. Jiang Borin, chairman of the Department of Industry and Trade of Kham Cham province, expressed his pleasure when he came to TayNinhTV to participate in activities to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Cambodia, and affirm in the past time the close friendship relationship has contributed to enhancing mutual understanding between the people of the two countries, bordering provinces, and promoting the cohesion of the two neighboring people. Businesses in Rai Vang and Srai Rieng provinces said that this is an opportunity to introduce and connect tourism activities between the provinces of the two countries. At the exhibition, Vietnam Youth Union of the province organized many exchange activities and gave gifts to young people of the Kingdom of Cambodia Youth Union. The exhibition takes place in 2 days, September 5th and 6th, 2022. After more than 30 years of implementing the renovation policy, TayNinhTV's agricultural sector has been making strong development steps, making important contributions to the province's socio-economic development. However, the reality of agricultural development over the past years still has many shortcomings. TayNinhTV's agricultural sector has not seriously and effectively applied scientific and technological advances to production. There has been no real change in production methods, so the value and efficiency are not high and cannot meet the requirements in the new situation. From the urgent requirements, TayNinhTV province has developed a project to restructure TayNinhTV agriculture in the direction of increasing added value and sustainable development with a vision to 2030. The overall objective of the project is to identify scientific and practical arguments to propose a new role model in agriculture of TayNinhTV province in order to achieve high, efficient, and sustainable role on the basis of reallocating resources up to 2030. TayNinhTV will also focus on zoning agricultural development, identifying key crop and livestock system, restructuring the scale of fields, industries, production process and technologies, removing bottlenecks for each industry, restructuring production organization, farming product supply chains, and operating value chains of industries.
Continuing with other information, the ordinance in the 2017 planning law took effect. The province has started implementing a number of plannings and review abolish those that hinder production, business, and socio-economic development. At the same time, many planning projects have been established, bringing about a change in the face of urban area.
Construction plannings in districts, towns, and cities have been gradually completed, updated, supplemented, and adjusted to ensure feasibility and synchronism. TayNinhTV has implemented planning projects as a basis for investment in infrastructure construction, embellishment, and urban development, as well as a basis for attracting investment. Currently, TayNinhTV has 62 new and adjusted construction and urban planning projects. Up to now, the planning of construction and urban development has achieved many remarkable results. The urbanization rate has increased rapidly from 22% in 2016 to nearly 42% in the current time. Some urban areas with rapid urbanization, such as Trảng Town, Goyal District, and TayNinhTV City, have gathered resources on urban decoration and attracted many commercial, supermarket, and commercial housing projects, contributing to a clear change in the face of the city. During the last holiday, TayNinhTV continued to become a favorite destination of many people, in which Baden Mountain in TayNinhTV is still the most sought and mentioned name chosen by many tourists. The representative of Sunworld Baden Mountain said that during the last holiday, nearly 86,000 tons of visitors came to Baden Mountain National Tourist Area, a double increase compared to weekends. This is the statistical data from the number of visitors using cable car services streams within the resource remits, excluding the number of guests who do not use ticketing services. In addition to Buddha ceremony and worshipping Linh Sơn Thánh Mẫu, the main goal of worship on Baden Mountain, the unique and world-class works and architecture are also the reasons to attract tourists to Baden Mountain tourist area on this occasion. On this year's holiday, being invested in changing new clothes with colorful flowers and beautifully decorated miniatures. Once again, Baden Mountain in TayNinhTV has brought visitors the new and unexpected feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, identifying rural industry development as an important task in restructuring the agricultural sector and building new rural areas. In the period of 2022-2025, the TayNinhTV province will celebrate the implementation of programs and projects supporting the development of rural industries in order to improve productivity and product quality, contributing to stabilizing people's lives.
For a long time, craft villages have existed in the life of many local people, being a close symbol for thousands of generations. In the hearts of the nation, the craft of making conical hats, knitting, making incense sticks are traditional occupations in TayNinhTV that have been maintained and developed for hundreds of years, not only contributing to preserving traditional values, but also bringing the economic value to localities. Currently, the whole province has 11 traditional occupations and 1 traditional craft village, recognized with the total number of households and production establishments in the province participating in rural professions of 27,372 households, with a total number of about 66,213 employees operating in groups of professions such as processing and reserving agricultural, forestry and fishery products, furniture production, renting, sewing at home, knitting, mechanics, salt production, construction, transportation, tourism, etc. Experiencing many ups and downs, up to now, many traditional professions in the province are still preserved, inherited, and increasingly developed, creating income sources for many families, including elderly workers who can continue to work. In recent years, with the participation of cooperatives and cooperative groups, the traditional occupations and craft villages of the Ninh province have been researched and developed, creating jobs contributing to improving the quality of people's life. Some traditional craft products in the province have trend in design, stepping up promotion to the market, contributing to creating jobs and increasing income for people. However, at present, there are still small operations, products not suitable for users such as outdated technology, unqualified or not meeting the requirements of food hygiene and safety. In particular, at present, the source of input materials for the number of traditional professions in the province is becoming increasingly scarce. Products have not been properly invested, leading to poor quality and design, lack of competitiveness in the market. The number of young skilled workers is less and less. The inheritance and preservation of these professions are facing many difficulties and are at risk of being buried in oblivion or lost. Therefore, it is necessary to focus on investing in the development of rural professions with the aim of promoting traditional values and local strengths, production and business development, creating jobs and enhancing the income for rural people. In order to implement programs and projects to support rural professions, on April 22, 2022, the Provincial Bills Committee issued Decision number 938 on approving the Rural Industry Development Plan in the province of TayNinhTV for the period of 2021-2025. The objective of the plan is to develop rural industries in order to promote the traditional value and strength of each locality, to promote production and business development, create jobs and enhance the income for rural people, contributing to socio-economic development, sustainable environmental protection in rural areas, preserve and develop traditional professions and craft villages in order to preserve the national cultural identity and effectively exploit natural resources. According to the such plan, by 2025, it aims to implement 5 programs and 18 projects to support the development of rural industry in the province. Particularly in 2022, the province will implement 11 projects to support the development of rural industries with a total cost of nearly 14 billion Vietnam dong. The remaining years are estimated at around 10 billion Vietnam dong per year. The province will support craft villages in rural vocational training with about 4,800 people and many industrial promotion programs, reorganize production activities in rural industries, traditional trades and craft villages in the direction of forming linkage chains from production to consumption of products through linking contracts according to value chain. Along with that, the province also prioritizes organizing trade promotion programs through many programs such as Vietnamese goods to the countryside, fair selling points, e-commerce floor, festival in tourist area, trade centers, etc., applying scientific and technical advances, technological innovation to the field of rural production and trade in order to reduce direct labor in heavy toxic stages, building brands, trademarks, geographical indications, meeting OCLP product requirements associated with tourism. Obviously, the promotion of traditional vocational values in the context of new rural construction, improving people's income is one of the most important jobs at the moment. In order for traditional occupations to get out of their predicament, it is important to develop a strategic plan for sustainable development for craft villages. In addition, in order to resolve the quintessence of craft villages from the perspective of craft villages, all levels of government in the province need to be more active in developing the market and improving the value of products. In addition, areas with occupations need to focus on vocational training, considering it as an urgent job.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.